Aloha, Honolulu! Data here with episode 37 of the Honolulu Huskies Custom Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode, coming into the 2032, the year number 13 postseason, as current 7-time consecutive President's Trophy winners and three-peat champions of the Stanley Cup. So we currently hold 7 consecutive President's Trophies and 3 consecutive Cups, and we are looking for a 4th consecutive Stanley Cup in year number 13. Our first 9 seasons, nothing, but then year number 10, year number 11, and year number 12, Stanley Cup champions, and we're looking to keep it rolling. In the last episode, we had another fantastic season, 7 players, a point per game or more. The lines were all rolling beautifully. A comment in the last one from Josh Grant: rename the James Norris Trophy the Ellis Anderson Trophy. Give that man a statue outside of the Diamond Head Arena. I fully agree with you. He had another 100-plus point season, 119 to be precise, 2nd in league scoring. He's going to definitely win. I think it's going to be a 7th consecutive James Norris. We'll see at the end of this episode. And we are playoff performers. Speaking of points, we have a lot of players who love to turn on the Jets in the playoffs. I am very excited to see if we can capture another Stanley Cup, as we are used to seeing players really turn on the Jets here. Eli Tolvanen, 144 points in 133 playoff games. Duke Silver has 153 points in 131 playoff games. Skylar Pelech, he has 95 points in 112 playoff games. Trevor Wong is a big playoff performer. The last 3 Stanley Cup runs, he's gone a point per game or more, I believe. Yeah, 25, 23, 24, 108 points in 117 playoff games. So definitely looking forward to that. Reed Pitton was a huge piece in our Stanley Cup run last season. He put up 25 points in 23 games, had another great season this year. Ellis Anderson, like we just said, looking at his playoff stats, he has 160 points in 135 games. Kyle Wood, of course, is here. He's coming off at the age of 35, the biggest season of his career, playing in 59 games, 6 points and a plus 20. In his playoff career, though, he has 15 points in 46 games with a plus 24. He's been a part of all 3 of our cup runs in Honolulu. Can he be part of a 4th? To maybe, I don't know, if he goes out after this season, he's down to a 74 overall at 35 years old. I would definitely extend him if he wants to come back, but maybe this is his swan song. Popovich, Hughes, Menino, Anderson, all the boys here. In net, we have Saul Bentley, 89 overall, backed up by Steven Beck. Neither of them had really great seasons with both sub-900 save percentages. We'll see how they perform in the playoffs, though. Saul Bentley last year in the playoffs was injured for a little bit. He ended up appearing in 16 games, going 11-4-1. Sorry, that sub-900 save percentage was his playoff numbers, but still, it was still 897 in the regular season, and Steven Beck in the regular season had an 890. But Steven Beck last year in the playoffs was did most of the starts in the later half of the 3rd and 4th round, going 6-2-1 with 1 shutout, 899 save percentage last year. So you know the history, you know the team. Here is our lineup as always. No changes to make yet. Not going to touch the penalty kill or anything like that until we get a better idea of how it performs in the playoffs, because regular season and playoffs are always quite different. We're taking on the Vancouver Canucks. We saw their lines in the last one. Mitch Marner, Zachary Leroux, Panamarev, Wallstrom, Oleg Kenins, former Husky. They have a decent team. Teo Rachette, Petri Niku. Not the best defense and not the best, a very good goalie, but not the best defense. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, Vezina caliber season he had, and very good in the playoffs as well. So without further ado, let's kick this off, boys. If you're new to the playoffs here, you'll see that this video is over an hour long, but that is just to keep any spoilers from you. We could be out within the next 10 minutes, and this video would still be an hour long because I don't want it to be spoiled. I want you to follow along in the excitement with me as if you were a fan in the crowd, just like me up here in the press box. So period number 1 of game number 1 of round number 1 of year number 13, cup defense number 3, on the road, on the journey for cup number 4 at home, Diamond Head Arena on top of Diamond Head Volcano. Let's do it. First period, 2-1 Huskies. Cole Perfetti on the power play and Trevor Wong. Tim Stutz on the power play for Vancouver. Second period, 4-1 Huskies. Cole Perfetti, second of the night, shorthanded, and Reed Pitton on the power play. Boys, it's all about the shooting category and finding the right line mates. +5, +3 chemistry doesn't always mean something, but when you get the right people on the lines, oh, it means something. Cole Perfetti with the hat trick, 2 power play goals and 1 shorthanded goal. Nico and Rochette have scored so far in the third, but we retain a 2-goal lead heading into the final 5 minutes. Skylar Pellick makes it 3. That'll be enough for the victory, boys. Game number 1, Quinn Shannon adds 1 as well. 7-3 victory at home in game number 1. A hat trick with 2 assists for Cole Perfetti. 5-point night for him. Reed Pitton a goal and 3 assists. Skylar Pellick a goal and 2 assists. My goodness. It's all about having the great playmakers with the great snipers. Guys like Reed Pitton and Quinn Shannon, who have fantastic shooting categories, and then Cole Perfetti, who's an amazing playmaker on a line that has a +5 on the third line. That is just bonkers. Let's do it. Second game of this first round. First period, 3-0 Huskies. Quinn Shannon scores 2 power play goals 20 seconds apart from each other, and Ezra Pittis gets 1 as well. It's 3-0. Second period, 6-0. A hat trick for Quinn Shannon, all 3 of his goals coming on the power play. Eli Tolvanen also scores twice, and it is 6-0 Huskies. Eli Tolvanen with his $11.1 million contract. Does he move in the offseason? Will moving Barker be enough? That'll give us $10 million. Will that be enough to re-sign our goalies? We'll have to see. But Eli Tolvanen really proving his value on this team, that's for sure. 6-0 lead. 6 goals on about 20 shots we had through 2 periods to pull, I'm not sure how many were against Ukko-Pekka-Luukkonen and how many against Pierce, but Morozov scores his first career playoff goal. Panamarov breaks the shutout. It's 7-1 Huskies. Let's just call it a day. Back-to-back 7-goal games for us, boys. A hat trick for Quinn Shannon, 2 goals for Tolvanen, 2 assists for Pellick. Oh my goodness. 14 goals for, 4 goals against through the first 2 games. Fixing an injury here in San Diego. Just to make a note that I know Pilstrom, a fantastic season in the AHL this year, 79 points. I really could see him being our 4th line center next year to replace Kozevnikov if he grows a little bit more and his faceoffs get a little bit better. So just a note on that. But 7 points in 2 games for Cole Perfetti. We're up 2-0 in this series. Another injury good to go in San Diego. All right, game 3, we're at Rogers Arena in Vancouver. Up 2-0 on the series. Let's just get this one done ASAP. First period, 2-0 Huskies. Cole Perfetti shorthanded, the special teams king. And Duke Silver gets his first of the series on the power play. Second period, 3-0. Vancouver has to stop taking penalties. We only score on the power play, it seems like. 3-0 Huskies. We're being outshot 23-21, but we're up 3. Another power play goal. Ellis Anderson, 4-0 now. They need to stop taking penalties. It's a guaranteed goal each time. Eli Tolvanen scores again. Another power play goal from Ellis Anderson once more. Let's just end the misery. 7-1. Winquist scores on Bentley. Cole Perfetti gets another point in this series, and we, for the 3rd consecutive game, score 7 goals. 2 goals and an assist for Perfetti. 2 goals and an assist for Tolvanen. 2 goals and an assist for Ellis Anderson. We have scored 21 goals through 3 games against the Canucks. We are just demolishing them. I don't think we've ever swept the first round. It always goes to 5 or 6 if we win, that is, sometimes 7 even. But can we sweep the Vancouver Canucks here on their home ice? Oh, Jet Wu opens it up. He doesn't want to go out. But with 7 goals in 3 straight games, let's see if we can keep it rolling. Oh boy, first period we're down 2-0. First time we're down after a period, I think. Second period, 2-1, we come back. Quinn Shannon on the power play, of course. We're down by 1, being outshot 24-22. Ponomarev extends the Vancouver lead to 2 goals now, still with 15 minutes left to play. Can we get anything past Ukko-Pekka-Luukkonen, who may have turned on the Jets for this one? Duke Silver brings us within 1. Let's go, boys. Oh my goodness, Popovich ties it up at 3 with 6 minutes left. Now about 3 minutes left. This game's tied at 3. Power play, that's pretty fitting. Okay, we're headed to overtime on the power play. Shots 32-31 in our favor, pretty much tied. The score is tied at 3. 2 goals for us within the final 10 minutes have sent this game to overtime. Overtime of game number 4 in round number 1. We're on the power play. A goal for us sends us through to the second round and sweeps the Canucks. A goal for Vancouver. Oh my goodness, it's over. Don't even think about that possibility, because 6 seconds in, Quinn Hughes ends it with a wonderful clapper from the blue line, just inside the blue line. Another power play goal. What a story for this series, the power play. We need to check our power play percentage after this one. Shake those hands, boys. Mitch Marner and Duke Silver, the 2 captains. Wow, we just absolutely decimated the Canucks in this series, beating them in 4 straight games. We scored 7 goals in games 1, 2, and 3, and 4 goals in game number 4. Big clapper from Quinn Hughes, and we're through to the second round. Wow, so we definitely have to check out those power play percentages, boys. 11 points in 4 games, by the way, for Cole Perfetti. Who would have thought? What a monster. We need to see this right now. We go to, okay, entire league. Number of wins. There we are. Huskies, power play percentage, 80%. We scored 12 power play goals on 15 opportunities. That is literally unheard of. Not only did we have, like, let's look at Vancouver. They had 22 power plays. They only scored 3 power play goals against us. We gave them a lot of power plays. They only gave us 15. To get 15 power plays in 4 games is not really a big number. But 12 power play goals, scoring 6.25 goals for per game. That is just absolutely wild. And we destroyed the Canucks to roll into round number 2. Cole Perfetti with 11 points in 4 games. Pelech, Shannon, Tolvanen, many players a point per game or more, all the way down to here. There's only the third, fourth line. Just the 4th line. Carson Barker had 0 points in 4 games? It's alright, he's out of here anyways. Kyle Wood, +2. What a steady presence on the blue line. Let's head into round 2 and see who's on the chopping block next. A lot of series going to 7. So in round number 2, we'll be facing, very fitting, the San Jose Sharks. What a season they had. They were the 2nd best team in the NHL. And here we are facing them in the second round. They were 54, 25, and 3 in the season. AHL were through to the second round, by the way. We beat the Roadrunners, but this is not going to be easy. I'm assuming, well, I know Connor McDavid's still there, but I'm assuming they still have their usual core of guys like Guryanov and Thomas Chabot. No Guryanov, okay, but they still have Mara, of course, and DeBrusk. Who else is still here? Roenick is a usual, regular. Thomas Chabot down to an 82 overall, used to be a 90. Boudens is still there. Allenfeld, yeah, they have a great goalie as well. All right, so let's go through it. Connor McDavid, 35 years old, still a 95 overall. He is unstoppable. He put up another 100-point season this year, 720 goals, 1,600 points in his career. He has 4 points through 7 games in this playoff series. Gabriel Mara, first overall pick in 2028. They were really lucky to win the draft lottery, move up like 10 spots to get him. Jake DeBrusk, 35 years old. DeBrusk still very good. Kevin Fiala, 81 overall. Drops off. It's a pretty old team, to be honest. 35, 35, 30, 35. Oh, here's Sebastian Genze. I didn't even realize he was here. Sebastian Genze, our first round pick in 2022, the German sniper. Has he been here for a while? Okay, it's 2 seasons that he's here. He scored 67 points in 2 full seasons. He did pretty well for us. Never more than he had 1 good season of 48, but never that crazy. He was always a third liner. And, well, I'm happy to see him thriving. 6'4" sniper with 3.5-star skating, but all right. Then they have 30-year-old guys here on the bottom. 34-year-old Luke Kunin. So I'm not too impressed beyond the first line. I know this guy has 7 assists, okay. 6 assists, okay. They seem to be scoring all right. 6 goals in 7 games for Genze. Wow. On defense, Boudens 5 points, Chabot 4 points +3, Quincy Corso, Urho Vakanainen, yeah, he's always been here, Shillington's been here, and Trouba at the age of 38 is still around. Interesting. Allenfeld had a very good season, Vezina caliber numbers. He had 45 wins, 905 save percentage, so he'll be tough to get through. And scratched, Guryanov is still here, 34 years old, 75 overall. Goodness. All right, boys, so it's not going to be easy, but we are taking on not only a very good San Jose team, not only our rivals, but the 2nd best team in the NHL after us. We've seen them many times. We've eliminated them on our road to the Cup. They've eliminated us on their road to their Cups or their Stanley Cup finals and so forth. We are geographically very similar. We have played each other many times the last 13 years. And this, we have to get through them if we want to get that 4th straight cup, boys. So game 1, round 2 at home. Let's begin. First period, 2-2. Kunin, Shabbat, Barker, welcome to the party, and Duke Silver, 2-2. Second period, 3-2. All right, Cole Perfetti, who has just turned into a monster this playoff year, puts us ahead 3-2. Up by 1, shots 29-24 at the moment. 1-goal lead doesn't mean much. I need somebody to make it 2, then I need somebody else to make it 3. Haven't seen much or anything from Ezra Pittis thus far in the playoffs. I'd like to see maybe a Reed Pitton goal. Quinn Shannon's been pulling his weight, but I mean, if you guys just want to play really strong defensively and just, okay, that's okay too. I'll take the 3-2 win with no goals in the third period, killing off a late power play as well. Bentley makes 27 saves, Cole Perfetti gets the game winner, and Carson Barker gets his first goal of the playoffs. Welcome to the party. All right, so 12 points in 5 games for Cole Perfetti, and we're up 1-0 in this series. In the West, it's Avalanche and Predators, by the way, in the other series. Capitals, Hurricanes, Lightning, Islanders in the East. Game 2, round 2, first period, Quinn Shannon on the power play, 1-0. Second period, nothing. We hold a 1-0 lead, outshooting San Jose 26-18. Early power play killed off by the Sharks. I'm assuming their penalty kill is a bit better than the Canucks, as it seems to be, since we're not really scoring much on the power play. But Eli Tolvanen makes that lead 2, and then Quinn Shannon makes it 3 on the 40th shot of the night. We're doubling their shots. McDavid, though, scores to bring his team within 2 with about 5 minutes left. But now with 2 minutes left, that'll be all, boys. A 3-1 victory, shots 42-26 in our favor. A 25 save performance from Saul Bentley, 2 goals from Quinn Shannon for the first star, and a goal from Eli Tolvanen. I really love Quinn Shannon. I know we paid a boatload for him from LA, but I really love Quinn Shannon. We're up 2-0 in the playoffs. A little injury in San Diego. Take care of that. Alright, so game 3, all 4 series are currently at 2-0, so hopefully it'll be done quickly. At the SAP Center, whatever you want to call it, in San Jose, the Shark Tank, for game number 3 of round number 2, first period, 2-1 Huskies. Reed Pitton and Duke Silver. Voloshenko scores on Bentley. Second period, 3-1 Skylar Pelech. We're up by 2 here in the third period. Bentley's playing well. I got to give it to him. There may not be much opportunity for Steven Beck to shine, even though he was pretty much like our ace in the hole for our Stanley Cup last season. It seems like Saul Bentley is running away with the job as he is putting in good performances night in and night out. Bentley allows that one, though. And then he allows another one. All right, it's a 3-3 game. We were up 3-1, and okay, great job, Saul Bentley. I just had to jinx it. He allows 3 goals in 4 minutes, and we lose 4-3. Great job, Saul. Oh boy, Skylar Pelech gets a goal and an assist, and now I'm questioning him a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay, let's move into game 4. We're up 2-1 in the series. Let's make it 3-1. We don't want to tie it up at 2. That just makes it, just extends it too far. We don't want that. First period, 1-0. Eli Tolvanen, exactly what we like to see. Second period, there we go. Duke Silver and Skylar Pelech, 3-0 Huskies. But we've seen this lead before. Let's stand strong and not collapse in the third. Power play Sharks, all right. McCallum makes it 3-1. Okay, not a good start. Okay, McDavid, 3-2. Another power play. A 5-on-3 power play. Okay, all right. Oh, another okay. You're hilarious. You guys kill me. How would you take so many penalties? What's going on? Slashing, elbowing, hooking. Pelech taking 2 of those in 4 minutes. So not only did we collapse from 3-1 last game, now we've collapsed from 3-0. 4.5 minutes left. This game is tied at 3. Are we headed to overtime? No, we're not. Thank you so much, Ezra Pittis. Oh, yes. Okay, exactly what we needed. Thank you. A very timely goal from Ezra Pittis. Goal and 2 assists from Pelech and Tolvanen. Woo! And we are up 3-1 in this series. That is a series changer right there. Oh goodness, 8 games, 16 points for Skylar Pellick. We're up. All 4 series are currently 3-1. Let's end it at home here in Game 5. We don't need to go to 6. We don't need to push it to 7. Let's just get it done now. The wine coolers are on me, boys. On the beach, we can all go for a little sunbathing after the game. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, what? Hold on. Pause. First period, we scored 2 quick goals. I'm like, okay, let's just simulate the period, as always. Bang, boom, bong. 3 straight goals. We were up 2-0, and now we're down 3-2. Pitton and Perfetti scored for us, then Lakachev, Kunin, and Mara. Great. Okay, we're down 3-2. Second period, all right. Ellis Anderson on the power play, ties it up at 3. Shots are tied at 21. Final 20 minutes. Will we advance to the conference finals? Power play Huskies, nothing from that one. Let's go, boys. Shots tied at 26, tied at 27. We're just exchanging shots here, but who's going to get one that goes in? Final 5 minutes, McCallum with a killer right there. Is that going to be a backbreaker? It will not be! Knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on a sweater already. Cole Perfetti ties this game up at 4. Let's go to overtime. In overtime of Game 5 here at home, a goal for us puts us through the conference finals. A goal for the Sharks extends this series and will give us a 3-2 lead headed to Game 6. This game is tied at 4 thanks to a goal from Cole Perfetti with just 40 seconds left. Huge, huge goal. Let's make this one count. Lindback, great poke check there. Tolvanen comes the other way. Eli Tolvanen to Mats Lindback. A backhand that goes wide of the net. That's okay. Oh, huge save from Allenfelt. Scramble in front and he'll hang on. Skylar Pellick leads the playoffs in goals, and then Cole Perfetti, sorry, in points with 16. Cole Perfetti tied in second with Roy Cherry and a couple other guys with 13. Face-off win, Barker to Lindback. Oh, and here's Ezra Pittis, can't get the shot off as he was blocked by the defender. One-timer stopped by DeBrusque. Now here come the Sharks the other way. Over the blue line, Jake DeBrusque, 35 years old, right into the glove of Bentley. Here is Sebastian Genze, the former Husky. He's seen the Sharks many times. If you can't beat him, join him. That's where he is now. Broken up by Duke Silver. Here come the Huskies out the other way. 3-on-3 attack. Duke Silver can't get the pass to Pellick, but regains possession, and it's blocked. And then a tripping penalty as Pellick takes out Genze. Pellick, what are you doing, Bello? Takes out Genze. Power play Sharks now. Mara, Kunin, Mara to Ronick, glove save Bentley. Broke, oh my goodness, Kozevnikov with an interception, and then a shot on net which is stopped by Allenfelt. Ronick to Mara, has lots of time, big pad save, and the Huskies will clear it once again. Great penalty killing. Another broken up there by Shannon. Look at those dark gloves coming in, rips a shot, big save Allenfelt. Shannon still has possession behind the net here, looking for options. Lindback at the point. Now Quinn Hughes has it in the corner. In front, Shannon is stopped. What an attack here, short-handed. Quinn Hughes still has possession. Shannon, now we lose it, but what a penalty kill this has been from Perfetti, Anderson, Kozevnikov, Shannon, Hughes, everyone coming together, clearing the puck and even getting an attack in here and there. We're back to 5-on-5 now. Kozevnikov stopped by the pad of Allenfelt. A very exciting overtime it's been thus far. Here's Pittis, regains possession in the corner. Here's a chance. Popovich! He also has those dark gloves. Shannon and Popovich both have those dark gloves from the... did they get a special shipment of gloves over on the LA Kings? Or are his hands... hold on. Or are those dark gloves, or are his hands just like a silhouette of what the gloves would be because the game is glitched? Those are, yeah, okay, those are black gloves, but that's still pretty sketch. I don't know why the two players I coincidentally traded for from LA would both have those. Kyle Wood gets the puck out very nicely. Now here comes Carson Barker in the corner. Oh my goodness, Popovich, get it to Kyle. Give it to big Kyle. We've seen him score in the playoffs before. Pittis. Oh goodness, come on boys, get it to the guy you know can score. Here he is. Okay, Popovich back into the corner, cycling it around. Wong, Pittis, Kyle. Okay, Popovich, Pittis, Barker. Someone shoot that puck. Popovich, Wong, Popovich gives it away to Hecht. That's what happens when you make 85 passes in one attack. Regain possession. Now here's Skylar Pellick. Oh, but a poke check keeps that shot from having its full power. Kyle Wood, oh my goodness. Stopped by Allenfelt. I was ready to jump in my pool. Kyle Wood, nice shot, my friend. Connor McDavid crushed into the boards by Mats Lindback. He's still getting up as we go the other way. Tolvanen to Silver. Let's capitalize, boys. To Mats Lindback. Oh, it hits off a defender. That was going to be a great chance there. A huge hit there. DeBrusk literally just got himself lifted from the earth as he fell lifeless into the ice. Look at that hit. Jake DeBrusk, look at the way his body moves here. Does this make sense? Look at the way he does like the splits, and his head and his arms are like, his shoulder dislocates. Oh my goodness, call an ambulance. Roenick gets crushed by Shannon. The third line's out. We know how dominant they are. Here's Reed. Pitton gets crushed into the boards. Not sure who 44 is. Usually it's Mark-Edward Vlasic on the Sharks, but we know he's not here. Boudin's in front. That's stopped by Bentley. Now here come the Huskies the other way. Cole Perfetti does a windmill over nobody. Over the blue line. Into the corner. Looking for options. In front. Picked off by Guryanov, who's back into the lineup after being scratched to begin the series. Guryanov, the 75 overall. Here's Thomas Chabot. Passes it to nobody. Thomas Chabot at the point. Kunin stopped by Bentley. Genze into our zone now. Oh, great little move there. But Bentley stuck with it and gets a pad on it. Hecht, DeBrusk. Oh, wow. Nice passing play. Bentley was drawn out of position. And the Sharks will take it in a marathon of an overtime here. I always do 10-minute periods, so that was about 6 minutes there of real time. 44 shots for the Sharks, 37 for us, and they take it 5 for the final. A good overtime, 2 goals for Perfetti, goal and assist for Anderson. We're headed to Game 6, up 3-2 in the series. Alright, so Game 6 in San Jose. The Predators have beaten the Avalanche in 5 games, so if we make it through the conference finals, they will be our opponents. Can we close it out in San Jose? Period number 1 of game number 6. 1-0 Huskies, thanks to Quinn Hughes. Possibly his second, because he scored that goal in overtime. Second of the playoffs, I believe. Second period remains 1-0. We are up in shots by just a few, holding on to this 1 goal lead. We really need to extend that because that is not, it's not advisable to hang on to just a 1 goal lead against a team like San Jose deep in a third period. Unless you have somebody standing tall. Don't say it. You can think it, but don't say it. And now you can shout it from the rooftops. Shutout for Saul Bentley. How's that for some poise? A 31-save shutout in game number 6. Allenfeld had a great performance as well, but Quinn Hughes beat him early, and that was all that it took. 2 straight periods of scoreless hockey, 16 points in 10 games for Cole Perfetti, a 6-game victory for the Honolulu Huskies, and we are through to the conference finals. Is that for 5 straight seasons that we're in the conference finals? Something like that. And I think 3 out of those 5, or at least like 2 out of those 4, have been against the Nashville Predators. So no surprise to meet them here. Rory Cherry and the Predators. It is the Capitals and the Islanders over in the Eastern Conference. Let's take a moment and check out their lines. The Nashville Predators, the team that traded us Ellis Anderson all those many years ago. Rory Cherry, Joe Veleno, Evgeny Sveshnikov, Chase Stillman, Philip Heidel, Toivu Teravainen, Bradford, Alex Texier, and Kiefer Bellows, Sammy Blais. So yeah, this is a very solid top 9. And overall, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They have a solid overall forward core as well. First line Sveshnikov, I'd probably change it with Bellows maybe, or even Teravainen, because he's had good success with Cherry and Veleno in the past. On defense, they have Matthias Johansson, 90 overall defensive defenseman, with Yuri Artukin, an 85 overall two-way defenseman. So 2 great D right there. 99 shot blocking, 98 stick checking. How's that for a defensive defenseman on a good contract as well? After that, it drops off big time. Ville Heinola, Benjamin Gleason, John Marino, and Ryder Lindsay. 31, 34, 34 years old. So not the greatest second and third pairs. +5 though, so can't really complain. It seems like they're playing well. 5 points and +2 for Marino. Between the pipes though, Philip Gustafsson, probably the Vezina frontrunner, I would say. 42, 19, and 5 this season, 909 save percentage, 2.74 goals against. He's been going 8-1-0, 920 save percentage, 2.45 goals against through 10 games in the playoffs. Scratch, no one big, maybe Valerie Nichushkin. But aside from that, the Predators are a very good team. They're here for a reason. We know them. They've become a rival in this series, especially Rory Cherry, who just is a monster. I didn't get to... What are his point totals like? So 13 points in 10 games for Rory Cherry. Philip Heidel has the same thing. But yeah, he is a monster when it comes to the shooting category. Great puck skills, senses, skating, physical. For 5'10", great physical as well. But let's do it, boys. Without further ado, at home, round 3, game 1, on the road to a 4th straight Stanley Cup. We just keep on going. First period, oh goodness gracious. Dmitry Kozevnikov shorthanded, Reed Pitton shorthanded, Trevor Wong power play, Duke Silver twice in 1 minute and 41 seconds. Ville Heinola scores on Bentley, but wow, 5 goals on 13 shots against Philip Gustafsson. 5-1 after the first period. Second period, 7-2. Laners in nets, Morozov and Pittis score against him. Watson gets one on Bentley. 7-2 lead here in the third period. Let's just call it a day. 7-2 the final. Shots 35-26. Another 7-goal game for the Huskies. 1 goal, 2 assists for Kozevnikov. 2 goals and an assist for Silver. 1 goal and an assist for Trevor Wong. Everyone pitched in tonight. Wow, great way to start off the series, boys. You love to see that. Up 1-0, heading into game number 2. Beautiful. Let's keep it rolling. First period, 2-1 Predators. Kyle Wood, there he is. He has to score 1. Chmelevski and Heidel score for the Predators, but Kyle Wood scoring a goal is all I need. Second period, 3-1 as Watson extends the Predators' lead by 2-2 by 1-2-2. Crazy math numbers there. Make sure you're following along. Oh goodness, shots around the 25 mark per each team. Kozevnikov, 2 goals and 2 assists in the last 2 games, brings us within 1. And then Quinn Shannon ties this game up at 3. Okay, all right. 5 minutes left in the third period. We're out shooting them 37-29. Are we headed to overtime? Yes, we are. Shots 38-32 in our favor. Let's do it. Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals at home. A goal for us puts us up 2-0 in the series. A goal for the Predators ties the series up 1 and makes it a best of 5. Tolvanen and Lindback. Oh, big glove save from Gustafsson. Mats Lindback had a great look there. Joe Veleno, oh my goodness, big save in front. Helmets are flying everywhere, and Bentley hangs on to it. Woof, what a crazy chance that was. Sveshnikov was in front, then the rebound wide open, but he missed it. Mats Lindback got sent to the ice somehow and lost his helmet. Barker to Pittis, big save from Gustafsson, and then he gets hooked. Beautiful. Who got hooked there? I'm not sure who did, but it's a power play for us. Someone's going to the box here from the Predators. It is Lindsay. Yeah, Barker gets hooked by Lindsay there. Just a terrible AI thing that happens once in a while. Let's capitalize on this power play, boys, and call it a day. It's time for bed. On the East Coast, they want to go to sleep. Let's go. These in this time zone, things must be really wonky. Tolvanen tried to put it in front for the one-timer, but it was broken up. Shannon up to Perfetti. Here's big Cole Perfetti. Stops up, gives it to Quinn Shannon. In for again broken up by Texier. Those one-timers are deadly, but the Predators keep blocking those lanes. Pelech. Hughes one-timer. Oh, then the one time that we finally do get the one-timer to go, a stick breaks. Silver's stick snaps in half. He has a new one. He makes them in his own wood shop, as we all know. Duke Silver does. In his cabin in the woods, but sometimes the amount of strength that he has snaps him in half. Even though it's a Swanson, it's still prone to breaking. Glove save Gustafsson, he'll hang on. Silver. Pittis on net, boys. There we go. He ends it on the power play goal. Ezra Pittis, exactly what we needed to see right there. And with both wins at home, we now lead the Western Conference Finals 2-0. There's Kyle Wood. He's just soaking it in with the rings on his finger and the millions in his bank account. So we end up scoring 4 goals on 44 shots, 3 on 35 against Bentley. Pittis gets the game winner. Reed Pitton had 2 assists. And we are up 2-0, headed to Nashville. All right, boys, Game 3 at Bridgestone Arena. Let's just take a stranglehold on this series and bulldoze our way through to the Stanley Cup Finals. Okay, Rory Cherry. First period, there we go. Rory Cherry scores early, but then Trevor Wong and Joaquin Bennington come right back. 2-1 Huskies. Second period, 2-2. Ville Heinola ties it up. Shots 23-22. Here in the third period, game tied at 2, power play for the Predators that was killed off by us. They are starting to take a bit of an advantage here in the shot category, 31-26 now, and Rory Cherry finally breaks through. 1-goal lead, but then Trevor Wong comes right back. You love to see it. Trevor Wong, 3-3 game. Not more overtime. That's Trevor Wong's second of the night. Shots 32-30 for the Predators. I don't want to go to overtime. I don't think we're going to watch this one, boys. The episode gets way too long with all this. I think it's not a big game. I think we can afford to just watch it here. At least if it goes to double overtime, maybe. But spare me, please. I've been sitting here for so long. Spare me the EA. Yes, thank goodness. Spare me the EA AI. Skylar Pelican overtime. 4-3 Huskies victory. As Rory Cherry scored a couple, but Trevor Wong's 2 goals were instrumental for us. And that is a 3-0 stranglehold on the series, as we will head into Game 4 with the ability to end it on Nashville's home ice. So if you really like watching the games, please let me know. But if you don't mind me skipping an overtime here and there, please let me know as well, because I don't mind. Oh my goodness. First period. Okay, so Rory Cherry scores a hat trick in 2 minutes and 32 seconds to begin the game. No question, a new record for NHL and for playoffs. But then Kozevnikov, Silver, and Shannon come right back, and this game's tied at 3. All right. Second period, 5-4. Quinn Shannon has a hat trick through 2 periods now, and Kiefer Bellows scored 1 for the Predators. So shots are 29-17 for us, and we lead 5-4. Oh boy, what a barn burner through those first couple periods. Joe Veleno ties it up at 5, just over halfway to go in the third now. Shots, okay, power play, there we go. Duke Silver from a weird angle on the power play gives us the 6-5 lead. Will that be enough to end it? Let's see the last few seconds here. And it will be. The Honolulu Huskies are through to the Stanley Cup Finals as we sweep the Nashville Predators. Despite Rory Cherry, 3 goals and an assist, Joe Veleno, a goal, 3 assists, Quinn Shannon gets a hat trick. The Huskies were just too strong, and with 20 points in 14 games, my goodness, Skylar Pelech, we are through to another Stanley Cup final. Is that our 4th straight Stanley Cup final, or is it our... yeah, I believe that's 4 straight Stanley Cup finals. I don't think we've ever lost in the Cup Finals, I don't believe. But now we need to figure out, are we going to be taking on the Capitals or the Islanders? Alright, so the scouting has been updated, and we will be facing, looks like, yes, the New York Islanders, who had a record of 39, 33, and 10. Not a really great record at all, to be honest. Alright, so let's check this out now. The New York Islanders, what kind of path have they had to the Stanley Cup Finals here? I don't even know who's on their team aside from Eddie Fontaine. They beat the Leafs in 6, they beat the Lightning in 7, then they beat the Capitals in 6. Interesting. Looking at player stats, all right, so they have Tyson Jost, who scored, well, they have 3 players who have scored 17 points in 19 games. Tyson Jost, 87 overall, 34 years old. Nico Hischier, however you want to say it. He had 85 overall, 33 years old. And then there's Nicholas Robertson, 83 overall, 30 years old, somehow scoring like a monster. 81 overall, 83 overall. Kailer Yamamoto, former Husky, 11 points in 19 games, 86 overall. Robert Bjorkstrand, not a really crazy team. Timo Meier, former Husky as well for a very short period. Cody Glass, Tyler Bertuzzi at the age of 37, an old team overall. Eddie Fontaine, 12-5-1, 3 shutouts, 932 save percentage, 2.17 goals against. One of the created players at the beginning of this franchise mode from France. And looking at their lines here, how do they shape up that way? Latipov, Jost, Yamamoto, Fedoruk, Robertson, Strangers, Meyer, Hischier, Novolovitz. Interesting, really weird lineup to be honest. 2 84s on the 4th line, 81 and 80 on the 2nd and 3rd line here. Latipov on the 1st line, he's a 2-way forward. Defense, Robert Bjorkstrand, solid 2-way defenseman. He has 11 points in 19 games. But then Connor Hobbs is 35. Yoki Haru is 32. Vincent Huberdeau, don't know who these guys are, all created players. And of course, Eddie Fontaine, the created player from France. Scratched, Jack Roslovic, Jesper Bokvist, and Elias Lindholm. Wow. All 3 players, all 3 of their scratch players should be in their lineup. take out Ladipov, Fedoruk, and Novoseltsev and put those guys in. But all right, you know what? I'm not super impressed by their team in like any capacity, even their first line, just their starting goalie, I'd say. But they're here for a reason. They can't be doubted. It's the Stanley Cup Finals. We are going for a 4th consecutive Stanley Cup, the three-peat, don't even know what to call that, the quadruple. Let's do it at home to kick it off here in 2032. Let's do it. First period, 1-0 Huskies, Eli Tolvanen. Eli Tolvanen coming from the Islanders, by the way. That's the team that we got him from here in the fantasy draft. Second period, 3-0 Duke Silver, and Tolvanen scores his second of the night. Power play Huskies early in the third, killed off. Then another one just a couple minutes later, killed off once again. And then a third one right after that. Will they kill off for a third time? No, it was an extended power play, and Duke Silver capitalizes to make it 4-0. Then Quinn Shannon makes it 5-0. Let's call it a day. 6-0 for the Huskies. A 27 save shutout for Saul Bentley. 6 goals and 44 shots against Eddie Fontaine. 2 goals and an assist for Silver. 2 goals for Eli Tolvanen. And that is a 1-0 series lead with a 6-0 victory. No one really pulling away in the points category. Usually by the Cup final we have someone with like 30 points. But you know what? That's also because we've had series playoff years in the past where we go to 7 games maybe twice or something like that. With the 2 sweeps in the 1 game and round 2 going to 6 games, it's understandable why no one's really pulling away to a crazy amount in the point category. First period, 1-1 tie, Pelech and Glass. Second period, 3-1 Huskies, Carson Barker and Cole Perfetti, who is making his case for the Conn Smythe Trophy, I have to say. 3-1 Huskies. Power play for the Islanders is killed off. They really needed that one there. Halfway through the third, we're out shooting them. Another power play for us now. We're out shooting them 40-25 at the moment with just a couple minutes left to go in this one. And that'll be all. A 3-1 victory for the Huskies. What a bulldozing of a playoffs it has been. 28 saves for Saul Bentley. Goal for Barker. Goal for Pelech. Wow, I gotta say, we are really destroying the teams we've come up against. And with Saul Bentley playing so well, he is going to want quite the contract in the offseason. His numbers are currently .922 save percentage, 2.26 goals against. He's going to be wanting 7.3. Okay, it's not crazy. 7.3. I need to get him signed ASAP. Oh, yeah, if I go to 4 years, 10 minutes. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Okay, we'll figure that out later. But now we're going to Game 3 in New York. We are on a tear going into the Barclays Center. Can we take a 3-0 stranglehold on the Cup Finals and sweep the Stanley Cup Finals in back-to-back years? We'll be the first, not only were we the first team to sweep a Stanley Cup Finals since like the 97 Red Wings, but if we get back-to-back sweeps, I believe the 96 and the 97 Red Wings both swept their Stanley Cup Finals. So we'd really solidify ourselves in history, not only with the 4 straight Cups, but for that stat as well. First period, 2-0 Islanders, Yamamoto and Novoseltsev. Second period remains 2-0. Shots 21-19 for the Islanders. We have no goals yet in this game. Power play. Oh my goodness, Ellis Anderson. That was a power play for the Islanders that became a power play for us, and then within the first couple seconds, Ellis Anderson scored. So we're down 2-1. Long power play for the Islanders. Then Cole Perfetti, shorthanded goal. Oh, but Cody Glass comes right back. But Cole Perfetti, what an absolute tank. That third line with the +5, boys, it was the right move in the offseason, I think. But unfortunately, we drop game number 3 by a score of 3-2 to the Islanders. Eddie Fontaine makes 30 saves to keep his team alive, and we'll head into game number 4 with a 2-1 series lead. 22 points in 17 games for Cole Perfetti. What a playmaking monster. We were close to trading him like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but here he is dominating. First period, 1-0 Carson Barker. 17 shots we had in that first period. Second period, 1-0 it remains. Shots 27-12, and then, oh my goodness, we're setting records for the most shorthanded goals in a playoff, for real. So many power play and shorthanded goals for the special teams. Quinn Shannon scores, then Bjorkstrand scores. We're up 3-1. Then Novoseltsev, blah, 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 whatever you want to call him. Okay, that was a wild first half of the third. 6 minutes left. We're up 3-2. Power play for us. Do we need another one? Yes, we will need another one because Fedoruk just tied this game up. Power play late. We're headed to overtime. Shots are 42-25 in our favor. 3-3 is the score. in New York. Goal for the Islanders ties the series up at 2, but a goal for us gives us the 3-1 lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. 40 seconds or so left on the power play. Final seconds, Duke Silver, one last chance, gets hit. No, not a great power play. Trevor Wong, okay, Quinn Hughes, Anderson, Wong, Hughes. Oh, huge glove save by Eddie Fontaine. That'll be the end of the power play. And oh my, oh, that's a, Mike, I think that's boarding? Yeah, boarding. Okay, great job. Cole Perfetti, 2 minutes for boarding on that one. And it was off the camera, but I could hear it. Yeah, alright. That's fair. Hobbs got smushed pretty hard. Cole Perfetti, 2 minutes for boarding on the penalty kill now. Islanders are 0 for 6 with 3 shots on the power play tonight, so let's keep that up. Another great clearance by Kozevnikov. A monstrous penalty killer. I'm going to miss him next season when he's most likely gone. Not because we want him to be gone, but I don't. He's going to be wanting maybe $2.5 million for a fourth liner. That's a big price to pay. Glass, big saves there by Bentley in front, and we clear it out. Pelech. Oh my goodness, how's that for a shorthanded winner, boys? Pelech and Anderson working deep. That was just a great masterclass in penalty killing. Didn't have anything to say as we just kept clearing the puck again and again. But then finally, Skylar Pelech gets a little give and go going with Ellis Anderson deep in the zone as we cleared it out. Hit that guy, regained possession. Anderson back to Pelech, and he finishes it. 4-3 Huskies victory. We're up 3-1 in the series now. We had 4 goals on 46 shots, 3 goals on 29 against Saul Bentley, but that was enough to win it. The special teams coming through, and they have been the story of this postseason. So at home at Diamond Head Arena, I don't think we've won a cup at home since like our first cup maybe. I think our last 2 have been on the road. I may be wrong. Maybe 2 out of the 3 have been on the road, but either way, we are at home at Diamond Head Arena in Honolulu in the year 2032, looking to capture a 4th consecutive Stanley Cup. Can we do it? First period, 1-1 game, Hobbs and Pitton. Second period, 2-1 Islanders as Tyler Bertuzzi gives his team the 1-goal lead. Can we come back and tie this game up? Power play, special teams can't get it there, but then Duke Silver ties it up at 2. All right, but then Hischier comes right back. Big Nico, 3-2 Islanders halfway through the third. Can we get someone to tie this game up? Where's Quinn Shannon? 5 minutes left. Let's go, boys. And oh my goodness, Skylar Pelech. Skylar Pelech with 2 minutes, with 3:32 left. Now there's a minute and a half to go. This game is tied at 3. What a huge goal from Skylar Pelech. Are we headed to overtime? 30 seconds left, and we will be. It's a power play for the Islanders. They'll be on the power play in overtime here, but a goal for us, and we are Stanley Cup champions. In overtime, as I just said, a goal for us will make us 2032 Stanley Cup champions. A goal for the Islanders will push this series to 6. This is what dreams are made of, boys. Who is going to be the player to score the goal that wins his team the Stanley Cup? What dreams are made of. If it's Kyle Wood, I'm just telling you all right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing a front flip into my pool, something like that. I don't know. Somehow I'll record it, somehow I'll add to this video, but God, I would lose my mind if Kyle Wood scored. Yamamoto 2-on-1 rush here, stopped by Bentley. Hischier with another chance as well, stopped. Let's go, wake up, boys. And a wide open one-timer in front of the net. Big pad save by Bentley. King Saul. Giveaway. Here's Cole Perfetti, gets crushed. And oh my goodness, it's a breakaway for Cody Glass. Come on, boys, catch up to him. A weak shot, easy save. Dmitry Kozevnikov in the corner, skating with it. Could be a shorthanded winner. Put it in, boys. Where is it? Fontaine has it under him. Oh, not only if we were to score a shorthanded goal to win the Stanley Cup, now that would really be something for the ages in terms of the special teams coming through big time every single series. Cole Perfetti to Kozevnikov, scores! And the Honolulu Huskies are Stanley Cup champions for a 4th straight season. Do you believe it? Of course, it's Cole Perfetti, short-handed, who gets it over to Dmitry Kozevnikov, the 84 overall center. There were rumors at the beginning of the season that he would move. They weren't sure. He was on the expiring contract. The phone's ringing. We can't stop. Oh my goodness, the Huskies have done it for a 4th straight season. Eddie Fontaine couldn't get it done. The team wasn't strong enough. In 5 games, we take out the Islanders. 2032 Stanley Cup champions. Enjoy it, boys. Wow, Steven Beck was a full backup this year, but he gets another ring. Kyle Wood gets his 4th ring on his finger. Many players getting 4th rings on their fingers. Much of the core still the same through it all, year in and year out. 2 rings for Pitton. Eli Tolvanen and Trevor Wong, I believe, are the 2 players who came from the Islanders as well. And the Conn Smythe has to go to Cole Perfetti. I'll give it over to Gary now. Honolulu, you've had... Oh, I have no time for... Sorry, Gary, but Cole Perfetti. Oh my goodness, for a 3rd-line center winning the Conn Smythe, that's really something special. He deserves it. He's been here for so long, like 31 years old now. Now I'm going to throw it over to Gary. I feel like a broken record. Ha 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 ha. Honolulu, for the 4th straight season, not only did you capture Sports Hardest Trophy once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 consecutive times. It is my honor to bestow this to the captain. Duke Silver, come on up here. Duke skates up. This is his, I believe it's the 2nd time as captain, yes. 4 straight cups, twice as captain, and Duke Silver, with the mustache on his face, raises the Stanley Cup in Honolulu on top of Diamond Head Volcano. Oh, boys. Doesn't get better than that. Who gets it first? It was Binnington last year. Is it Trevor Wong? Now that's very deserved. Trevor Wong's been here for so long. What a fantastic playmaking center. We got him for like 8 years at $5 million. He still has 2 more years on that deal. The best contract in hockey, perhaps. Who gets it next? Who's going out there? It's Morozov, Yuri Morozov, the 4th liner, the rookie. They're going to send him out for another turn, right? That's the animation. I wish Kyle Wood got another turn with it, but Morozov, the 4th line rookie, gets to raise the Stanley Cup on an extended run here. Yuri. We weren't sure about the 4th line, but it ended up staying Morozov, Binnington, and Kozevnikov, and it all worked out. And now here's the goalie who made it happen, Saul Bentley. He was like a backup, relegated to backup role last year, but he was the starter all this year. King Saul raises the Stanley Cup with that gray hair on his head. Boys, everyone gather around. 4 straight. They're holding up 2 fingers, should be 4 fingers. Grab your cameras, take your screenshots, take a picture. It'll last a lifetime. What a season, boys. 4-time consecutive Stanley Cup champions. The scouting's all set. We can just sim straight to the draft. Honolulu Huskies Stanley Cup champions, and Calder Cup goes to the Sabres AHL affiliate, the Rochester Americans. Salary cap up to 109.945, which is great to see. Okay, so we dropped from 9 to 10. Nothing crazy. All right. So Rangers go from 2 to 1. Detroit 1 to 2. LA goes from... How come LA goes from 11 to 3? Oh, LA. Okay, so LA picking at number 11 through Buffalo's pick is a pick we gave to them, but LA with their own personal pick go from 11 to 3. Okay, so we did not affect that. The only effect that we had was our pick at number 9, which became number 10, we got from Dallas. And Buffalo's pick, which we gave to LA, went from 10 to 11. So, okay, it all worked out in the end. LA got really lucky going 11 to 3, but we did not have any effect on that at least. Okay, so draft class, all that stuff is good. Player retirement. Is Kyle Wood retiring with 4 Stanley Cup rings on his finger? We gave him the blessing of coming to Honolulu. He needs to really enjoy that retirement if it's time. Is it time? It is. Kyle Wood at the age of 36 with 11 points in 118 career games. Wow. What a career. Everyone, moment of silence. Take out the tissues. He was a plus 35 in the playoffs. Not the best playoffs, actually. -4. But I don't care. He had 3 points, and he was he was in all 19 games. He had 7 goals and 18 points with a plus 20 in 65 playoff games across 4 Stanley Cup victories. Boys and girls, a moment of silence for one of the greatest of all time, Kyle Wood. Thank you. Now, the statue outside of Diamond Head Arena is being built without a question. Oh, man. And who else retired? So David Pastrnak goes out with 1,300 points. Elias Lindholm and Philip Forsberg over 1,000. Jeff Skinner, Ekblad, Jonathan Drouin, an original Honolulu Husky. He goes out with 875 points. Garyanov, Galchenyuk, Fabry, Hurdle, Matt Dumba. He was on the Huskies, right? Yeah, of course. He played, what am I saying? He played 4 seasons with us. He was a really great defenseman. Love Matt Dumba. Goes out 69 overall, so tough little end there to his career. I'm sure he's a free agent. Yeah, he was a free agent, actually. Yeah, that looks like that's pretty much it. In the goalie category for the retirements, leading the way is John Gibson at the age of 38, 525 wins. Vasilevsky at the age of 37, Matt Murray, Jordan Binnington, a former Husky, Comrie, Subban, Merzlikins goes out. A lot of Huskies here. Merzlikins, Subban, Binnington, and Murray all played for the Honolulu Huskies. Yeah, it was just it was 2 seasons only, a season and a half for Matt Murray with us, but they all go out. Congrats on your careers, boys. And Seth Jones and Alex Galchenyuk are both now coaches. That's cool. Any retired coaches in Honolulu? Brady Bannister. Oh no, that's our associate coach. He was A-rated. How come he retired? He was not very old. But all right, we'll have to get an associate coach to replace him. No need for draft interviews. Pro Scout, don't care. All right, so here we are at the draft. Let's check out the awards for the 2031-2032 season. Stanley Cup, 4 straight for the Huskies, 7 straight President's Trophies, 4 straight Stanley Cup appearances, and actually the trend continues in the Eastern Conference here. It's always been the Rangers, the Flyers, the Devils, Islanders. It's all those players in the Northeast of the U.S. that have been in the Stanley Cup Finals for the last 5-6 years. Individual awards: Art Ross goes to Massimiliano Bio. We already knew that one. Hart, though, wow. Ellis Anderson, I believe I don't know if that's his 3rd, but it's at least his 2nd Hart Memorial Trophy. He's the only defenseman to keep winning it as well in this franchise mode. What an honor for a defenseman to win multiple Hart Memorial trophies. James Norris, no question. That's his 7th straight, I believe. Lady Byng to Zadina. Calder to Sterling. Conn Smythe to Cole. Perfetti. Vezina to Gustafson. Yeah, we knew that. Jennings goes to Bentley. Okay, that's nice to see. Masterton to Leddy. Jack Adams to the coach of the Blue Jackets. Selke to Keenan Johnson for the 4th time in 5 years. Ted Lindsay goes to Ellis Anderson. And Maurice Richard to Massimiliano Bio. Any awards in AHL? None. Wow, boys, what a ride it was. 4 consecutive cups. I don't know when this series is going to end because we just keep winning. Let me know your thoughts. Should we go for another 2-3 seasons? Should next season be our last season before we start a new series? Please let me know your thoughts on that. Now we got to check the progress reports. Now at the end of the season, try and wrap this episode up as soon as possible so it doesn't go too long. Pitten's up to an 86 overall. Sutter will be in the NHL next year at a 78. Cole Perfetti's up at an 87. Tolvanen 92. Morozov, everybody looking good. Bentley's at an 87. Kozevnikov up to an 85. Wow. Barker 86. He's going to be gone. In the system, Ennis Nylander's up to a 73. Nylander, he's playing in the SHL, I think, somewhere in Europe. Kravchenko, Martinez, Gabriel Hunter, our 2nd round pick. He had a good year with the Everett Silvertips. Lane Quick, up to a 77 overall. He was drafted last in the 7th round. 59 points in 70 games, now up to a 77. He'll be in the minors next year for sure and could definitely make the NHL very soon. Guy Supre is up to a 78 overall, so that's pretty big. Next year, Bentley will likely be the starter. I'm not sure if maybe we trade Beck. I don't know if we can keep Beck. If we go with Bentley and Beck, that means Almquist is going to want to make the NHL, and Supra is going to want to be at the very least our minor league starter. So Henderson's gone. Dostal's going to have to be gone, although he did very well with us, I believe. Not much in the season, but in the playoffs he was big. But Almqvist and Kravchenko is going to need a contract soon as well. I'm not sure if his current deal is, if his draft status. I think we can go one more year without signing him. Looking at expiring deals there, we have 8.225 million. Kozebnikov would cost 3.4. I don't see us being able to sign him. He doesn't want the extension either. Binnington does not want the extension. Morozov does not want the extension. So our whole fourth line is probably gone next season. Pilstrom could be our new fourth liner. Jesus Sawchuk, I'm thinking I'm probably going to trade him. I'm going to promote Isaac Sutter and just trade him while he still has the medium league potential. His trade value has dropped a lot, but he still has the potential to get something back in a trade. For goalies, Bentley is going to need something like 7.3 to 10 million for longer term. Beck I could get for 2 years at like 1.5, so that wouldn't be bad. So we really need to figure out what we're going to do. I think we definitely trade Sawchuk and Barker in a package, maybe even with the 10th overall pick to move up for like the first. No, I don't know if I want the first overall pick because it's going to be a center, I believe. I don't want a center. The first 4 picks are all centers. Maybe I trade for the 5th overall pick, get Sheldon Marchant, whatever you want to call him. He scored 85 points with 43 goals in 70 games in the WHL. It says he's NHL ready. He could be a 4th liner. I don't know, maybe a 3rd liner if Quinn Shannon gets moved up. I love our 3rd line though. But yeah, our current pick is at 10th overall, which would likely be Vincent Mercier. And I'd be down to move for that 5th pick. I think that's definitely going to be a move that we make. But yeah, I'll go through the prospects, of course, and find out who we want to take. But boys, that's it. Let me know your suggestions on the contract situation and players that we need to move and what we need to do a bit longer term with the goalies and with Barker, Kozebnikov, the 4th liners, the draft, all that good stuff. Also, just to say that we also pick at 31, which would be someone around this area, top 9. I'm not super interested in top 9s. Maybe I'd reach a little bit. Then we have Buffalo's pick, which is somewhere around here. I believe we also have another 2nd round pick, which would be, where are those stars that tell me where it is? Around here in the 80s. I think is that a late 2nd or an early 3rd? Something like that. Low top 6. I don't know. So there's a lot of decent prospects. 3 bars low elite, some gems, 3 bars medium elite, so you know how it is. But that's it, boys. 4 consecutive Stanley Cups in Honolulu. We are a dynasty to say the least, with the 2032 championship under our belts. Let me know how much longer you think this series should go. Should next year be our last full year of simming before I just bulldoze through to 2044 like I did in my Anaheim series? But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Do it for Kyle Wood after all that he did for us here in Honolulu. We're going to start building the statue. Let me know your work availability so that you can come put a couple shifts on the statue building here at Diamond Head Arena. But without further ado, thank you once again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.